Hello everyone, this is Faithful Godwin. Welcome to RFG YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be discussing a whole lot of things you may not have known about time. We are going to study time from let's say A to Z. So sit back and let's get going. What really is time? Is time real? Albert Einstein said time is an illusion, which is to mean that time isn't real. Time is just a construct of human beings to manage its activity and to monitor its activity. Oh yes, time exists, but it isn't real because it does not have any physical appearance, it isn't a matter, it does not have mass, and it isn't influenced by gravity. So yeah, time isn't real. So, what then is time if it's not real? Why do we say time is so and so, time is 8 o'clock, the time is this? Well, that's just human beings freaking our mind into the wristwatch and figures. That figure only came few years ago. If you also want to trace the history and evolution of time measurement, the wristwatch came just few years ago back. So it's not something that has been on earth, it's not something that everyone met on earth. So where did time come from? Origin of time. According to the standard Big Bang model, time originated with the universe and will continue to move or flow as far as the universe continues its expansion. And following Big Bang standard model theory, the expansion is definitely one day going to come to an end. That means time is going to stop, and when that expansion comes to an end, it's going to cause a contraction, like an elastic when it widens and reaches this elastic limit, it's going to contract, either cut, but just like our universe is like, it's not going to cut, it's going to contract, and that means time is going to go backwards because of the universe has been expanding, time has been going forward, it's definitely going to move backwards. So those of you asking why does time flow in one direction is because of the universe expand. And why does can it go in the opposite direction? Oh yes, it's going to definitely go in the opposite direction when it contrasts. So that's for the origin of time. Time wasn't invented, time wasn't discovered because it's been there even before human beings. Following science, it's been there before human steps on earth. Time is something that has been there and has been kind of constant in its measurements. What really is time when we refer to our wristwatch? How did time get to our wristwatch? Time wasn't invented, oh yes, I've seen that before, but time measurement system were invented. Time measurement system was invented first in ancient Egypt around 1600 BC, where the need to monitor activities rose, and the first measurement system that was invented was the sundial. It divided the day into 12 hours period of the day. This sundial was a system that measured time due to the position of the sun in the atmosphere during the day. So this clearly means that there was no time. Time wasn't measured during the night, and there was no time at night. And it's really was concerned because activities were done in the night, and there was no time to monitor it. So scientists brought about the use of water clock and sunglass with candles to monitor people activities and measure time. Water clock, sunglass, they're just like filling sand in a glass and punching a hole, and that the sand would drape slowly, and also that of the glass, what putting water in the glass and punching a hole for it to flow slowly. So those were used to determine the rate at which things were done, flowing speed, and the limits, set limits to activities. That was how time evolved and grew. And earlier on, you remember, this is the history of time. This is when they are first recognizing time, and they've not gotten a precise, accurate meaning of time or definition of ability to measure or understand time rather. So time wasn't really constant to everyone. It wasn't really common for everyone. Only special people and certain set of people use time. One of the major people that used time in its first origin was were the canonical ecclesiastical canonical monks. The monks, that was the Christianity religion, yeah. The canonical monks, they used the time to measure the canonical hours at the beginning and end of each hour. they would ring a bell. So these are religious guys. They won't want to deviate from their religion. As time went, oh yeah, time very good. Very goes time. In the 14th century was when we had the first true mechanical time measuring system. And due to the discovery of space, that space exists in the Earth rotation movement system, time was simulated into Earth rotation and revolution. So scientists discovered that it took the Earth 24 hours to make a complete rotation, that's 360 degrees. And to measure time, they then divided, okay, if it takes Earth 24 hours to complete 360 degrees, how many hours will it, how many degrees will it take Earth to complete 1 hour? And calculating that 360 divided by 24, you will find out that it takes Earth 1 hour to complete 15 degrees rather. So that was how the mathematics came into play, and that was how time began reflecting on our wristwatch and in figures. Yeah, that's the history of time measuring system. And yeah, the clocks aren't really still accurate, because so far so good. Atomic clocks were invented, and those up to now are still the most accurate time measuring system, and it's not open to everyone. So we still use a standard UTC based wristwatches and phone automatic connect time, or composer automatic connect time. So regarding time, can time be changed? Can time disrupt, or can this time measuring system that we have today evolve into something else? Or can time end? Yes. The time measuring system we have today can be evolved, can be adjusted. It's prone to further changes, it's prone to further adjustment if only the Earth rotation rates can change. The speed of the Earth rotation can change, therefore our time measuring system can change. If the Earth, or maybe some space factor or some external factor, alternates the constant rotation of the Earth and makes the Earth to rotate pretty fast, yeah, we'll have a pretty fast time. Our time will be very, very fast. And if the Earth is to slow down, that means we'll have a slower time to each day. So is the Earth rotation changing the rotation really something possible? Yeah. I think there are some space factors that could amount to that. And also, if the Earth goes out from its planetary orbit into like an irregular orbit, it's definitely going to cause a change in time. And also, does time have an end? Yeah. Time is going to come to an end very some million years from now or billion years from now. Those are estimates from scientists that time is going to come to an end. Time is going to come to an end following the standard Big Bang model, when the expansion of the universe comes to an end. That expansion is definitely going to come to an end, scientists say. And when it comes to an end, time stops and then contracts. When that contract is simply means time goes the opposite way and then again into the so don't be scared. That's the whole of things you need to know about time. So you've learned a lot. If you need to, do subscribe to this channel to get further research videos and share the link, comments. What's your idea about time? What do you think that everyone needs to know about time? Well, in summary, I've listed 4 things you need to know about time. Time is temporal. T. Writing time vertically. TIME. Time is temporal. T. That's for T. Time is inextricably connected with space. Is linked somehow with space, following the standard Big Bang model. And time is meaningfully an illusion. Is a meaningful illusion. And lastly, E. Time is an entity of memories. So that's really temporal, inextricably linked somehow with space, meaningful illusion, and entity of memories, in the sense that we have time with reference to previous present, and after. That is past, present, future. So that's what you need to know about that. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your, there we go again, time.